New York City. It's the greatest city in the world, right, Toby?
It sure is, Darren.
But why is it the greatest city in the world, Toby?
I have no idea, Darren.
Well, let's say we find some real New Yorkers to tell us why.
And by real New Yorkers, do you mean people who moved here from the Midwest 2 weeks ago and call themselves New Yorkers?
I sure do, Toby.
Well, that sounds good to me, Darren. Let's do it!
Because I pay $2 a month for an apartment that's smaller than my second grade cubbyhole.
Only in New York!
Because in a city where you don't need a car, it's impossible to find parking.
Only in New York!
Because I can walk into any empty bar and wait 15 minutes for a $9 Bud Light.
Because I can have a long, seemingly flirtatious conversation with a guy while covertly figuring out if and how I can use him to advance my career.
Only in New York!
Because I was going to support my local neighborhood pharmacy, but fuck it, the corporate giant across the street is cheaper, and I need to save money for rent.
Only in New York!
Because of the last 4 years, my iPhone has been capable of displaying real-time video from Mars, and incapable of sustaining a phone call for more than 2 minutes.
Only in New York!
And I got fired from work due to all the subway service changes, and I'm pretty certain I caught rabies from the army of rats down here.
Only in New York!
Who's bad?
Because I was going to vote in the last mayor election, but then Mike Bloomberg bought a third term, even though he supports term limits.
Only in New York!
Because you can walk down any given street and find garbage that hasn't been picked up since the Carter administration.
Only in New York!
Jump on it, jump on it, jump on it!
We hope you enjoyed our tour of New York City, the greatest city in the history of the universe.
And that wherever you live doesn't seem like too much of a hellhole after seeing all of our awesomeness.
So if you like making comments like, I love New York because it has 4 seasons.
When in reality, spring and fall only last about 2 weeks.
New York is a city that never sleeps.
When in reality, the only thing that stays open 24 hours are crappy Greek diners.
Or if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Which just begs the question, why not go somewhere where it's easier to make it?
Then what are you waiting for? You need to get on the first flight here right away. But remember,
being in New York is just like being in a relationship. At first it's new and exciting, but eventually, you just gotta get out. Only in New York!
Alright, so a man goes into a restaurant, right? And then he talks to the waiter, and he says, waiter, come here, try this soup. And the waiter goes, what's wrong with the soup? Is the soup too hot? Is it too cold? And they go, just try the soup. And so, what's wrong? Is the soup too spicy? And no, just try the soup. And then the waiter goes, fine, I'll try the soup. Where's the spoon? Aha! Aha! Oh, what do you know from funny, you bastard?